Prime Minister John Key has effectively ruled out a capital gains tax on housing, just a day after opposition leader Phil Goff offered Labour's support if the government went ahead with one. The government has a group of experts reviewing the tax system and will report on the possibility of a capital gains tax next week. Political editor Duncan Garner joins us now with more. Duncan.
Good evening, Hilary. Well, that's right. Pressure has been mounting for months now from different sector groups, from different political parties and economists from around the country about a capital gains tax. But as we'll see from John Key's comments today, he is most reluctant.
Around 1.3 million Kiwis own their own homes and thousands more own a second one. And property speculators have made thousands of dollars buying and selling houses over the past decade, fueling a property boom. It's easier because New Zealand has no capital gains tax. It's an idea under discussion by experts, but John Key says he's not keen.
I've stated on numerous occasions I am not a supporter of a capital gains tax. I don't think it's an efficient form of taxation. I don't think it achieves the objectives that some people state, which is to somehow stop a boom in the housing market.
A government-ordered tax review looking at a capital gains tax is due out next week. The government's top economic advisers, like Treasury's John Whitehead, like the idea, and so too does Reserve Bank Governor Bollard. Labor says it might support the idea too, as long as it doesn't tax the family home.
The ball's in their court. They come to us with something, we'd look at it, but we're not going beyond that.
And this is how it would work. If you buy an investment property for, say, $300,000 and sell it for $400,000, you make a $100,000 profit. If the capital gains tax is 20%, you would pay $20,000 back to the government. The Greens have been pushing the idea for years.
It's part of the series of measures that can be used to stop the housing asset bubble.
New Zealand is one of the last remaining developed countries to not have a capital gains tax. Australia has one, so does Canada, the UK, the United States. There's one in France, Ireland, Spain and across a number of other European and Nordic nations. But some property experts believe the tax does not work.
No, I don't think a capital gains tax will work. I mean, it depends on what you want it to do, but overseas examples have shown that it doesn't stop house price rises. It's quite expensive to administer, and so it doesn't actually increase the tax revenue much, especially when it's only applied to investment property and not all property.
So housing for years has remained a tax haven. Now the pressure is on to perhaps change that.
So, Hilary, despite that mounting political pressure, which is not only coming from political parties but also from people like, as I said, John Whitehead and Bollard, I think what you've seen from John Key today is a pretty unequivocal position. So I think you can call it right here and now that no matter what this working party on tax comes back with over the next few weeks, I think you can call it here and now that it is firmly off the government's agenda. If you just look at those comments from John Key today, I think it's all over. Hilary.
Duncan, thank you.
The political deadlock over introducing